guys, my name is Nfonji. I'm an artist and I've been doing music professionally for about 3 years now. I would say it's been a very interesting, though challenging. It's been an interesting and challenging journey so far. And yeah, we still continue to do music.
Take your time. They don't know what you're going through. They keep judging your attitude. When you fall, them go laugh at you. When you rise, them go poison you. Wetin man go do? Whose side man go go? Na for me that the way them pray make a blow. When you want me to follow, see them girl no fit trust. Them guys no fit trust. Nah nah, nah nah. So it's God over everything, God over everything. Living this life no be ABC. So take it gently, take it gently.
No, I can't really pick out a day or a time when I made that decision that I wanted to be an artist. I think it has just always been there subconsciously, the back of my mind ringing. I've always wanted to use my voice. I've always wanted to, just like they always say, a little girl's dream has always been on stage, just be on stage and sing to the crowd and use her voice to better the world in her own way she can. Well, I've been singing professionally for 3 years, yes, but that wouldn't mean that's just how long I've been into music. Quite young, I've been in the choir back in school and all of that. Being surrounded by music and church and all of those activities kind of helped me or boosted my confidence to pursue the dream of being an artist. How is it like being an artist in Cameroon? I wouldn't speak for the others. Speaking for myself, it's not easy. It's really not easy. Sometimes it gets so overwhelming that you can just find your whole system shutting down. But other days it's so beautiful, like, and you just want to do it every day and every time. But in our industry is still growing. Our industry is not balanced. I don't want to use the word protocol, but there's no guideline to follow as of now. I don't, if there was, I think the things would be a lot different, but I can say there's no guideline as of now for an artist and someone like me who is still let me probably use the word upcoming. Someone like me who is still upcoming or trying to be stable. You find it very challenging because you're practically on your own. You're literally on your own, and you find yourself doing a lot of stuff. And if you're really not bent, or if you really don't hold on to that dream of being an artist, then you might easily falter away. As much as I would not like to divide it or make it look like ladies, guys, or separate it in a kind of way, but yeah, being a female is quite challenging because first, or what I've experienced most of the times, is people don't think you're up to the task. I've had that. I've experienced that a lot of times. People not thinking you're up to the task. I've had people listen to my songs and still ask me if I'm the one who wrote them, and still ask me if that's my voice. And as much as you like to tell people about what you do, when you get those questions back, most of the time it's disturbing. At one point it's disturbing. So you always have to prove yourself. Nobody's giving you the benefit of doubt. You always have to prove yourself, and you always have to be strong and stand your point. rejection is an everyday word. Kind of used to now. Yeah, I've gotten rejected more than I would love, more than I would really love. Like a lot of times, rejection, being ignored, being put aside. All those all those things. I wouldn't say they're an everyday thing, but at this level, it's reoccurring and it's been there a lot. I've been rejected. Okay, you said female. Okay, right, well. Girl, if you really want to do it, if you really feel like being an artist is what you love doing, then go all in and don't back out. Always remember why you began in the first place and set your goals and priorities right. Because once you have that, once you're focused, then I think no matter how difficult it might be, the fact that you're focused and you have a goal you want to attain, then yeah, it's possible. Of course, it's not an easy road. I'm there right now, so I know what I'm talking about. It's not easy, yes, but it's doable. And if others have done it, and if I'm doing it, then you can do it. So go for it. I love movies. When I'm not recording or doing other stuff, I'm watching movies. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Okay, not quite a number of them. I've watched some. I watched Fisherman's Diary, Saving Bango. I think I've maybe not completely watched that, Saving Bango. Then there's Little Cindy, if I remember well. Then there's A Man for the Weekend, starring my favorite Cindy Made. And yeah. Then there's Bad Angel, famous Bad Angel. I think that's the first Cameroonian movie I watched, like from start to end. Bad Angel. Yeah. And if I might say, I love the way the movie industry is picking up. That I love the way things are moving for them. They're putting a lot of efforts and it's showing, because our movie industry is getting a lot of recognition now, and I low-key wish the music industry could better themselves up or pick up as fast as our movie industry is picking up. Misconception might be a big word, but there's a lot of things people don't understand, and it's true. If you're not wearing the shoes, you don't know where it pinches, you don't know where it hurts, so and you don't know how it fits. But give artists the chance to express themselves and to be themselves. People think artists are supposed to be a particular kind of person, or they have an idea in their head, and once you don't fit that idea, it's kind of like you're doing it all wrong. That's not how it's supposed to be. An artist is a creative, and creatives should not be stereotyped. They should not be put in a particular box. So allow your artists to express themselves, and don't forget they're human, so they make mistakes sometimes. I would say it's better to work together than to work individually. It's better to work together, it's better to share ideas, it's better to give a listening ear, not always be at the receiving end, and not always see what it profits you. Sometimes doing it for the love of it is all we need to make things better. So but the highest thing, like the highest thing we need right now is that togetherness, to be able to coexist, because it's no point in thinking that it's not a jungle. It's not a jungle. I think there's enough space in the industry for everyone. There's enough space, and I don't see why some people feel threatened at the appearance of other artists or newer artists. I think there's enough space for all of us. We can share the stage together, which brings back to that word, togetherness. We can work together. We just need to give it a try. You know, being an artist is very, very, very. It's. I don't want to use complicated. But what do you do when you have to reach a bigger audience? Like, I'm English speaking, I'm Anglophone, the way they like to say it, Anglophone. So, of course, primarily my language is English. But what happens when you want to get into, maybe you want to start having, maybe you want to get a French audience or audience of, extend. Because, of course, we don't want to make music and let it stay only in the studio or only in the family group or only in your school group. If you have to reach a bigger audience, you have to think about ways to reach that bigger audience. That's where a primary thing which is good with us is that, unlike what many people think, that Cameroon has a particular kind of sound, we are actually very diverse. We are very diverse and we can do a lot of beautiful music. We don't need to shade a different kind of music because we want another type of music to be the head. But that diversity, we have automatically we have a French audience and an English audience. So what happens if you want to get a French audience? You start finding yourself writing Mesdames et Messieurs, you start finding yourself speaking the French, speaking the Douala, speaking the Ewondo, because you're trying to reach other people, and yeah, all of that is just part of the experience. So if you hear me saying bonjour mesdames et messieurs, je m'appelle Nfonji, je suis artiste, musicien, je suis blah blah blah, it's still me, don't get frightened, it's all part of the process. We're trying to reach a bigger audience, so we get to do all of that. I've written songs in English, French, my dialect, Limbom, sorry, Limbom, and then find myself using Douala sometimes it's Ewondo, sometimes I was even tempted to use Igbo language in one of my songs. But anyways, that's all part of the process, and to reach a bigger audience you have to find a way to communicate with your audience, because at the end of the day we're making the music not just for us but for the audience too, and once you find a listening ground, then speaking to them is going to be easy.
I'm thanking you, my papa, every day, all day, for the blessings and lessons you get. Sacrifices I cannot repay, I cannot repay. I'm singing this song for my papa. I'm thanking